is now in Philadelphia. It's the Astros and the Phillies. Come inside. Hope you're having a great night. I'm Joe Davis, and hey, home runs the first game here. The place is going crazy. Maybe. And so the series is tied at 2. And this best of 7, to break it all down, it's John Smoltz and Justin Verlander World Series.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, and individual awards, he's done no-hitters, but it has not gone his way. And listen, he saw a blueprint. Or cannot get caught up in the narrative. He really has to pitch one pitch. His offense, however, 1 through 5, picked up the... If they get the performance they got in the 5th inning, spread out.
Coming for the Phillies tonight. For more on that, here's Ken Rosenthal.
Park. Good thing he's relaxed because he likely will face Yoran Alvarez. Noah Syndergaard expected to face no more in game situations. Rob Thompson has Alvarado for more than 1 inning. Now over to Tom Verducci.
MVP against MVP. Power balls except one slider, which he hit for a single. 81% fastballs in the is 1 for 10. Phil's manager Rob Thompson of his pennant-clinching home run in NLC
matchup. Verlander against Harper. The temperature got into the 70s today as we get set.
If you ready for the Phillies, make some noise! I thought I was finished when I bought that Aston Martin. Sitting on the top can and me captain. Run like a bill money, my son needs some milk. Deep in the try to take home the World Series. Make some noise right now, Philly. I thought I was finished when I bought that Aston Martin.
Gentlemen, Syndergaard on a World Series mound for the first time in season, really all season, and that is Syndergaard to get what essentially is going to be a bullpen game going.
Is a much different pitcher. He's going to pitch 4 pitches, but the Astros to take that base, and it starts with Altuve anymore. But he mixes up both sides of the plate, sinkers into Altuve. Altuve is yet to have a home run.
He's with the Angels, Syndergaard, and faced these Astros twice early top. And then it's Bregman, Tucker, and Gurriel with David Hen. Martin Maldonado back in doing the catching. Friendly strike zone with the crew chief the biggest stage. Over at the same time from the same team with Syndergaard from as he is every single day and pretty much has been since opening.
He has not hit anything away all series. Noah Syndergaard stays away.
2 and off we go in game 5 with the ball away. Game 3 cranking 5 home runs only to get pokes one to right, move to the warning track at the wall, and it's off it. At second, he's got a triple
home run. He went to right center, which is a good sign. And this ball was smoked. Now this little bobble right hook.
Officially ruled a double. Astros offense that scored 5 runs in the 5th inning last night. Now to 0-1 pitch. Payton, the Astros on the board just like that.
Infield come in on the second batter.
So this Astros team that has tied this series and tries to gain by him.
Syndergaard does not hold.
He's stolen bases in 33 tries against Syndergaard. His Alvarez 1 for 4, but he went the other way a few times, and he
to make adjustments. And if you're in pull mode,
1 pitch takes very high, ball 1.
Doesn't show a lot of motions. Just goes about the game in a.
So rare strikeouts. Way the Dusty Baker to 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is Jose Altuve after he starts the game with a check something on the video and has a little bit of further. This is a very different Noah Syndergaard. The Mets lone win in that Fall Classic. Now invented himself.
He has, and I'm sure this is a tough spot, anything out. So the pressure on him is like this is his 9-2.
Full count. Postseason. Out. Pena does go. Alvarez pokes one along third.
I'd imagine there's no third. If a ball's hit on the ground and Pena reads it, so that's why you got to start the running.
Another 3-2 pitch. Pena runs it down. What a catch and tag!
And run. So he's just going to make sure he goes home. If you go in feet first, it's going to hurt a little more, but.
Running game as well as anybody. A strike on Bregman.
To this inning, and that pitch and play. And
slugger at the plate. 2 outs on 1 movement.
Going on the pitcher. It was basically a 3-2.
0-2. That's the inning. So the Phillies come to bat. Down 1-0 after this. Schwarber, Hoskins, and Real Muto. All these guys getting the cartoon treatment in cartoon form. So Justin Verlander series, and it looked like he was going to exercise the demons right then. He's struck at 2 in the 5th, and things kind of unravel.
He's top of the zone.
His first pitch of the game is a fastball. He gets
Javier, his teammate. Now the Philadelphia Phillies.
Deep right field and gone. Of course.
Over. No longer 36 hitless.
No, they entered this game with a World Series record. Climbs in. The last no-hitter in the postseason. History repeats itself.
Tell you, well, tomorrow's got to be easier because of what they did yesterday.
0-2 to Hoskins, very high, 1-2.
Let's get him in the zone. Great pitcher out there. We got to keep grinding on.
Hoskins and Alvarez is there to cut it off for the first out.
And another, you get on top of a fastball. Now, the one thing they weren't able to do, top, and they did.
Lineup that has been good against fastballs throughout the year.
Throw a couple balls have been laced in the first 2 at bats. And those were a little bit more backspin on his 4-seam fastball.
Good or bad, fair or not, comes from what he does. Check swing from Real Muto and the cap. What do you make of that?
Well, it's just a passion of trying to ball at this time of the year. It gets magnified.
Altuve's good
again. Well, you never have time for that to work out. This sample that moment, and that moment has been close. It just hasn't been.
Bryce Harper. One after a first pitch fastball.
Verlander will always produce a lot of foul balls, especially in.
It's another fastball. This is this World Series have been Peters. So 1-1. Harper takes a fastball low.
Slugging on breaking pitches, hitting 330.
On this 2-1, he watches another fastball mill.
Let's go, Sam!
What a souvenir to take home. Bryce Harper. Okay, 3-2.
This one's above the zone, and that is not what any hitter on field.
Do it. His 3-2. Back up there, but misses. And it brings up
handed swing, breaking ball down in the zone for them to score a couple more, and then of course tie the game up later.
So he goes with that script. He does first pitch, 0-1. Swing the other. His first game in this series at one of these. Wacky. Off center field. Alvarez is on. And that.
You want to see it?
To turn Big Papi's money into yours. Kyle Schwarber the other year. And after an inning, tied at 1 is game 1 when he hit a pair of home runs. He's gone 1 for 10. Syndergaard lets it go. Tucker fouls it off.
And some things just don't change.
Best adjustments. Who's going to do so fastest?
Ball down!
But then a torn lat in 2017. And then coming to the Phillies at the deadline. It's behind 2-1.
Could happen in a 3rd inning, depending on what they do here.
Has thrown more than 5 innings. That's happened 4 times. Kyle Tucker leads off the second. He can't lay off.
Strikeout on a fastball up. 4-seam.
Throwback to the earlier Noah Syndergaard. He's been mostly 348 this postseason. No strike. On an 0-1. Pops it up on the end. Tonight's telecast is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Receive a free meal November 11th. Get another chance at DH. You've got Aledmus Diaz, who's 1 for choice. He's got a guy who's started 8 games total. And this is where Hensley. The line and a souvenir.
Made, and that one right there was not a pitch you want to see with 2 strikes. So when Nola was kind of in control until that.
Isn't that just kind of who the Astros have been through this stretch? Syndergaard looking for 1-2-3 second. 1-2. Oh, he got a lot of the play, but. That high fastball from Verlander leads to a first pitch. On-field caps, tees, hoodies, and more. All your postseason hitters, and now faces Bryson Stott.
You need those in these games. You need it does to Justin.
First. On this 0-1 stop. Out of the infield. Altuve and Pena. It's the shortstop Pena.
And twice, 2 outs. A little bit of stress for Javier. You have to make bang plays or diving plays and
bullet baseball. Has deep pitch and yanks a base hit into left field. It's been rough.
Sometimes those game plans work, and sometimes when you get to the Justin's trying to do early, and that's pound the strike zone early and see
the 9 spot. Takes a ball. First time he's gone season, including hitting one of the 5 home runs in Game 3. On a 1-0. Ball. Takes a fastball. Harsh. Down the left field line foul.
And got rewarded with that double.
That game turned away in the 6-5 loss. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's what Marsh has struggled with. Leaves that fastball.
Well, what makes Schwarber so tough is he after getting 2 strikes and somehow battles into the game.
Selectively aggressive. Got a fastball. This one from Verlander is a spinner that lands. Strike 1. The bleep. He said nope. Moving on to Schwarber.
That's in.
Takes a ball. Back to back. Verlander has been a doubling of his home run. On this 1-1, Schwarber leaves it face high.
Schwarber with the fastball, and he's been missing up now.
Ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. 6,000 rabid fans. First. Here it comes. It is a breaking ball that misses.
We've seen this a bunch of times, exception of yesterday. But first and second, nobody out.
And nothing ruins that dull roar you were always seeking.
And this is a good meeting at the mound here. You got Hoskins, who is preying on the aggressiveness of Hoskins.
Yes, and he did.
And that's a slider command with that pitch, and he
in front of his home crowd. Hoskins chops one along third. The eyes have come these special nights in South Philly.
With a fastball and get him to swing at the top of the zone, or you could
pose.
A great pitch, and he trusted his catcher. He got 1 more pitch to
2. Way high. Took off on him. 2-2 pitches. Segura single. Marsh
walks it away.
That's where he put it and got a swing. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Steal a base, steal a taco. Place rocking one more time in 2022. Tied at 1. Both.
0-1.
Something bad. It's been one big moment for the Phillies and for the Astros.
Their weekly hit, and Nick Castellanos puts it away and take us.
But when you overthrew something gets calm and makes another pitch. A different version from this point on.
Maldonado with 1 away, it takes a strike. But, as he said, he doesn't always have him in a best case scenario. It wasn't looking good. 2 hitters.
Right here.
It's fouled in the box. 6 straight, and 22 of the 28 that he's faced. 2-2. We had 2. Maldonado flied in March. 2 up, 2 down. 80 home runs, which adds up to $450,000 in donation. So good.
That's as good as it gets.
If not now, then when?
Now Noah Syndergaard cannot be tricked into to Altuve.
He doubled off the top of the wall to start.
Went to right field. Let me pound him in. But when you make him
back-to-back really good pitches
from right when the ball comes out of the glove, and
1-1 pitch right back there.
Him in to get him out of the way that Altuve
goes back handy hop. Bryson Stott and a strong arm to finish off.
I like when the fanatic drives through the field.
Be honest, you told the truck to. Real Muto starts the bottom of the bases loaded last inning.
Yeah, you got to stay on your off-speed pitches.
That's out.
That's when he's good. When he's on plane, RPM it. He's been missing up, and that's not the job.
His 1-1 to Real Muto is fouled off Maldonado. Third one of those guys at the plate, you know, right? It's like 230 more innings.
I don't know how it doesn't. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's handling everything.
On a 2-2 from Verlander. Real Muto's down swinging, and he's now
all year, but he's not going to say anything about it. I guess
he's the first out of the third, and brings up the guy they called it. First one from Verlander is sliced down the line foul. That he wanted was length and stability, and he certainly got that here. But at the base of it all, he wanted a city that admires those qualities and embodies those qualities in a lot of ways. One ball on a 1-1 pitch.
Ball, no.
Wanted to cut it loose.
Really thought that they were going to, meaning the Astros, make it very.
This one back 2-2.
Because when you're having the postseason run you're having, you want to keep, you know, when you're, again, we talk about strategy. You got to make the
Ball at the end.
Full count. 3-2. Another fastball and another walk for Bryce Harper.
So normally in this situation, his favor. Justin has beaten him to the barrel and found just based on the previous pitches. He was fast.
Helped trigger that rally. Down 5-0. It is a fact. 13 out of 14. First pitch in his 35th postseason start. That's a pick. 105, John.
Ball was changing directions as he was.
First rookie shortstop ever to win a Gold Glove.
By the way, I'm going to go on the record right now. Next year, he's going to have
Cam, and then he gets off to a slow start, and it snowballed on him.
Position. This was not supposed to be the ball that they could hit off.
I'm glad you got one, but man, I hit my game in the third. He stopped. Stumble from Tucker, but he regains his balance and makes the catch. 6-game hitting streak back to the last game of the American League Championship Series. Worth leap of faith in letting Carlos Correa walk in free agency. Out of baseball power, comfort on the baseball diamond. Made a lot of friends that way. And that's partly with the partially with the shoveling at Maine. The old Black Bear on an 0-2 pitch. Takes outside ball.
And done a nice job. Rob Thompson.
Finish with an exclamation. Onto the track, at the wall. Peña's done it again.